Ever heard of the argument that India was never a country before the British? Is it true or false perception? Let's find out. The idea of India has been part of the global vocabulary and is defined by many names: Bharat, Jambudvipa, Hind, Hindustan, Yinyu, Tinjiku, Indies, or India. The East India Company were named after India, and the Native Americans were named Red Indians because the explorer thought they had discovered a new route to India. So the concept of India as a geography has existed for centuries before the British rule. The reason why Indonesia, Greek for Indian islands, was called East Indies due to its cultural connection with India. Hence, India was also a cultural sphere along with just geography. Now, was this geography of India a sovereign governmental structure? Most of India was unified throughout history during the time of the Mauryan Empire, Gupta Empire, Delhi Sultanate, Mughal Empire, and Maratha Empire. Even in epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata, there are mentions of the Rajasuya Ritual that made a monarch overlord of the entire subcontinent and receiver of tributes. Of course, the idea of Nishan State is a 19th to 20th century concept. When Europeans were slowly colonizing the subcontinent, India was ruled by multiple Rajas, Maharajas, Nawabs, and Nizam. But most of them nominally pledged their allegiance to the titular Mughal emperor. Those who didn't were tributary states paying tributes to a larger political entity around them. The Nizam of Deccan and the Nawabs of Awadh, Rohilkhand, Bengal, Bhopal, Arcot, and others were all Mughal governors. The Rajput states, barring the kingdom of Mewar, were all nominally under the Mughal throne. Chikkadeva, the first of the Vodiyar dynasty of Mysore, had accepted Mughal subordination during the reign of Aurangzeb, becoming a tributary state. And the Marathas, since the time of Chhatrapati Shahuji I and Peshwa Balaji Vishwanath, had accepted nominal suzerainty of the Mughal emperor in return for Queen Mother Yesubai's release from captivity. Since their victory over Mughals, Marathas ruled the subcontinent in the name of the puppet Mughal emperors. Thus, most of all corners of India had nominally come under a common crown, though not in practice. Most of India was united under a common dynasty for some period, which made it similar to a modern equivalent of nation. Like most nations, disintegration and reintegration were a continuous process in pre-modern societies. India would have taken one of many routes if it wasn't for the British Raj, either as a unified federation or localized nations or somewhere in between. Something similar happens in my novel, Expedition to an Alternate Swarajya, now available on Amazon, Flipkart, Notion Press, and other platforms.